Deity Store Nation. So I've got a really, really special episode today. I loved creating this content. Do you know what? One of my joys in life is literally creating content. Sounds really sad, doesn't it? Just on a Monday morning, I go to a coffee shop and I have notes all the way through the week. And then what I do is then I write out content for the newsletter, MrSelfStories.com. And one of them I released this week and I loved it. I love doing it. I got such engagement. People, well, they seem to love it anyway. I got great feedback and I don't normally do this so quickly. It was published this week. Normally I wait a couple of months to publish it on the podcast because I don't want to, I don't know, I want it to be fresh, even though me talking about it is different than me writing about it because it comes out different. And I feel like, believe it or not, I feel like I'm a better talker than I'm a writer. And that doesn't say a lot about my writing, does it? Anyway, so what we're talking about today is rent to revenue ratio. Because I get asked, how much should you be paying per location? And somebody came to me and showed me a property and they wanted to know how much that should be worth. And so I did a little bit deep dive and just said that what I would do. And it seemed to help that person out. And so what I've done is I've gone through all my facilities and I've gone through my rent and my revenue and what percentage of that is it. Barrett, just by the way, I was talking to an agent because at the minute I am all in for container sites. There's massive reasons about it, but I am all in for container sites because I want some cash flow in property and they cash flow very, very quickly. I can do a deep dive about it, but I've spoken to my business advisors and they are all in agreement that I should go down this route for the next 2 or 3. I'm going next week, Monday, Tuesday, to see a site to see 2 sites. One of them, I know that I'm going to put an offer in. I know it straight away. And I'm really, really, really excited about it. And yeah, so I'm going up and down the country, looking at different locations and seeing what is potential. But the only problem is, like I said, I was talking to an agent, and this agent for 1.5 acres, don't get me wrong, it is prime. Not prime. It's on a busy road, but it's still industrial land. You would never, ever, ever guess how much they wanted for it. This is Sutton Coldfield, and it's not London. It's Sutton Coldfield. Nothing wrong with Sutton Coldfield. Absolutely loved it. Spent the day there, walked around the place, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Went to every single storage facility there. Didn't go in and say hi, but I walked around them all. And there's some good ones and there's some shocking ones as well. Absolutely shockers. And it's very, very competitive, by the way. But this place, 1.5 acres. Guess how much they wanted rent? Honestly, I'm never, ever speechless. I was shocked, speechless. So go on. Just to give you some example, I have got 0.7 of an acre, 0.67 of an acre, and I pay £18,000. It's in Beverley. Beverley's affluent. It's not on the main road, but it's just off the main road. So it's a B site location, and I pay £18,000 for 0.67. So if you treble it, maybe 50 grand for over maybe 1.8 acres. It'll be 50 grand. Well, no, more than that. No, it'd be like 2 acres, 50 grand. And yeah, I'm paying 18 grand there for my 0.7 acres. Right, so it's 1.5 acre. Have a guess. You'll be way out. Nope, it's more than that. Nope, more than that. £240,000. £240,000 they wanted for it. I was like, and he goes, yeah, we're going after the storage market because we know how affluent the self-storage community is. And we know it's an increasing industry sector. And we think someone will pay that. And I said, mate, I can guarantee you, nobody will pay that. Nobody. Not Big Yellow if I was wanting an outdoor site. Not Safe Store. Nobody. Starbucks, you guys are clearing up everywhere, so you wouldn't pay it either. And so it's just impossible. I explained that, listen, for £8 per square foot, I've got a 10,000 square foot building built for me. And what is it, £8 per square foot? I can't remember. I've got it written down here. And so that's like, is it 8? No, it must be £9 per square foot. 90 grand I'm paying a year. Anyway, so yeah, £90,000. And they built me the building. For next door to Starbucks, in a perfect location next door to Starbucks and the Greggs. unbelievable location, and it's £90,000 for a building with a mezzanine floor put in, and they're asking for that price. It is incredible. I couldn't believe it. Absolutely couldn't. Honestly, I tried to explain. He goes, "No, somebody will pay it. Somebody will pay it. We've done a deep dive into the industry, and we know that somebody will pay this amount." I'm like, "They won't, mate." Anyway, back to the point. Back to Jesus Christ, I go on. Right, back to the point. I told you I was speechless at the time. I'm never normally speechless. Right. So the question was, how much rent should you pay for a location? Right. To easily answer that, it should be 4 times the revenue when mature. The worst case scenario, it should be 4 times. So what do I mean? So I reckon that at the maximum, 25% of your revenue should go to your rent. So here's my examples. So Beverly has a revenue of £190,000. The rent is actually 18,000, but for this example, I've rounded it up to 20 grand. That means at 20 grand, it's 11% of my revenue is rent. So only 11%. That's really, really good. That's in line. It shouldn't ever go above that 25% mark unless it's an outstanding location and you can't get out positioned ever. Maybe I might go up to 30%, but I wouldn't really want to. And so that means, by the way, that place at £240,000, that means you'd have to take £960,000 a year to make it worthwhile. You are not taking £960,000 from a 1.5 acre container site. You are not getting there. No way, no how, impossible. Just go do the math. 60,000, 30,000. No, you're not getting there. No, you're not. You're not getting there. No chance. Right, Willoughby. My revenue is £900,000. It's going up slightly. But it's actually, if I include the sublet, it's about 930, 940. It'll be 950, 60. We're pushing on $1 million this next year. And so my Willoughby revenue is, say, 900,000. My rent is 180K. Again, I've rounded up. That means that my percentage of my revenue is just 20% goes on rent, 20%. So we're under that magic 25% mark. Clough Road, when mature, is £480,000 revenue. The rent there, I put 100 grand, I've rounded up. So that means 21% of my revenue is rent. So again, we're below that magic 25% mark. Anything over that 25% mark, then I feel like you're pushing it a little bit. I feel like you're very, very, very much pushing it. Now, this is the interesting one. Wrexham. So when I bought Wrexham, and we're still around about this amount because we've lost some customers and gained some customers, and we're going through a price increase and stuff. So give or take, we're around about this now. So the revenue is £108,000 at Wrexham when we bought it. The rent at Wrexham is £55,000. So that's a massive 51% of my revenue is rent. That's over the 25% mark. It's unsustainable. And that, my friends, is why they were selling, because they wasn't making enough money. So they had to sell. They couldn't make it work. So my job here, if I'm doing 4 times, so 25% is 4 times revenue. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So if I'm spending £55,000 to get 25% of my revenue being rent, I need to times that by 4. So 55,000 is £220,000. So I need to increase the rent by £112,000 to make this right, to make this not worthwhile, because it's still worthwhile, but to get it in my, in my formulas. So £120,000. Have I got a way of doing that? Yes. We are increasing containers there all the time. And once the containers are there, we can put over 50 containers there. Over 50 containers. Incredible. And they just didn't have that outlet. They've never used it. And so, yeah, we can increase over £100,000 with 50 containers and job done. So we can get to £220,000. And then it will be below the threshold of 25%. So my friends, that is why you've got to be so careful. And for those people who are buying buildings, lucky you. I aren't in that position yet, but I will be one day. I am not yet. However, when I do more container sites, I'll cash flow quicker, and I can use that cash flow to buy industrial units. That's what I want to do. I want to buy my next indoor site. Hopefully, I can buy it. I can buy the damn thing. And then I'm on the property ladder. I'm on the freehold ladder. I'm going to be one of the big boys. So until then, I need to do. Oh God! If you look how much rent I'm paying, so how much rent am I going to be? I'm paying 120,000 at Mansfield. I'm paying for 100 grand. So that's £220,000. altogether, 220, 320, 400,000. I'm paying £420,000 a year on rent. £420,000 a year on rent. Oh, that upsets me. That's a killer. So for those lucky people who've got freehold, that's the game I need to be playing. I'm not in the big boy pool yet, but I want to be. I think was it Mike McCarthy who gave me the advice and said, get into freehold. Mike, I'm trying, Mike. So yeah, I will get into freehold. 400. I never even looked at it like that. Anyway, so hopefully that helps you guys. For people who are renting and looking at rent, what you should be spending is 25% of your revenue when mature is going to be your rent. It shouldn't be any more than that. If it's any more than that, then not that you're going to struggle, but you're in safety zone at 25%. So hopefully this was helpful for everybody else. Yes, I really, really enjoy doing it. I love it. And I'm going to put more and more content out because I genuinely get off on it. Yeah, I said that. I get off on it. Do you know, it's I'm recording this on Thursday, the day before it comes out. And yesterday's newsletter, again, I didn't know if it was talking about what percentage of your revenue is dual income customers. How much should you write off for bad payers? And I thought it was, let's go. I actually thought that it was not okay. It was good. I enjoyed writing it. It's something that people would get something out of. But the response for that has been incredible. So I'm just blown away, honestly, by this newsletter. I genuinely enjoy doing it. It's brilliant. I really enjoy it. And it gives me structure in my day, in my evening to write it. So yeah, thank you so much for all you people who subscribe to it, because I know you keep telling me you're getting a lot out of it, but I'm getting a lot out of giving it as well. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Right, that is it from me, my friends. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week when hopefully I can tell you all about an offer we're putting for a new facility. I was going to tell you what country it's in. It's either in Scotland, Wales, or England. And I'm not telling you which one. All right, guys, girls, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you Monday morning. See you soon.